StockPulse newsroom here. We're talking Timberline Resources today, TLRS, the OTCQB in the States. We get TBR, Toronto Venture Exchange, and more results here from the water well zone in Eureka. So Patrick Highsmith, the Chief Executive Officer, you alluded to some good stuff coming here, Patrick. Here it is, another good news release. Run through the highlights here for investors.
Yeah, good morning, Rob. We keep finding treasure. We're in Nevada. That's what you do. And the results today really, Rob, are just the last couple of bits of data from the 2021 program that we hadn't had a chance to report yet. One of these holes was just kind of languished and got finished late in the season, but it's a zinger right in the water well zone, kind of in the middle of the two high-grade holes that we reported during first quarter that sort of anchor the north and south end of that water well zone. And this hole 192C went almost right between those holes. It's a nice 75-meter step out from any other drilling out to the east. And we ripped into a zone there about 24.4 meters thick that averaged almost 4 grams per ton, 3.85 grams of gold per ton. As usual in the water well zone, within that, we had some higher grades. We had assays up to 13 grams. We had an interval of 4.6 meters that averaged 8.35 grams and so on. So to us, the takeaway, Rob, it was a short, sweet news release. We just show people where this hole's positioned. We've got this footprint of the water well zone with really wide open area to the north and to the south that we're going to be drilling here starting in June. And then in between, we put this hole and we just showed the audience there where this hole is and why we think it's significant. And the fact is, the water well zone right next to our resource, it keeps producing pretty thick zones of gold and including high grade, as we see in this core hole. There was another bit of news in there, a second hole, Rob, that's east of there that we drilled, hole 206C. And that was into an area we call the Graben zone, where there's a big geophysical anomaly down there. And we previously reported we hit a bit of gold and a bit of silver, but we just added to that, got a lot more assays in, and we're able to show now that that hole hit over 200 meters of consistently mineralized rock, heavy on silver, lead, and zinc with some gold intervals within it. And the significance there is it just shows you, Rob, we're on a major structure, and that major structure hosted two types of mineral systems in geologic time. One of them was this older event, this lead, zinc, silver event. And then later, the Carlin-type gold event came in. And so that makes a really sweet exploration target because a lot of the big targets in Nevada, the big districts, they have older mineralization overprinted by this Carlin-type mineralization kind of around it. So just a lot of geology in there for those nerds like me who want to read that stuff. And really just an update. And I think, Rob, in this market, the best news of all, Timberline's cashed up, the drill's confirmed, showing up in June. We don't need money, and we're just going to execute now on what we believe is an important emerging discovery at the water well zone.
Yeah, you summed it up right there, and you've got a neighbor there too that's pretty sizable. So you guys think you might be on to something big there. So can you get into that?
Yeah, the district's really coming alive with I-80 Gold announcing some excellent results last week from their Ruby Hill project, the Ruby Deeps in particular, yielding high grade. A lot of the same rocks, Rob, that host the mineralization here just a few kilometers south of them with our Eureka project. So I-80 Gold making the news, obviously much more advanced. They had to acquire that project, and it comes with existing resources of about 7.6 million ounces, I think, and historic production of about 1.5 million ounces. So you're looking at a 10 million ounce district now in Eureka, and Timberline is the largest claim owner in the district. So a little earlier stage work for us and our big brothers up at I-80 yielding some outstanding results. It just show you, I think the Eureka district's going to be another big Nevada gold producing district in just a few years' time.
Okay. We'll continue to keep our eye on the story here. So Patrick Highsmith, he's president, CEO, Timberline Resources, TLRS, OTCQB in the States, TBR, Toronto Venture Exchange. Patrick, again, thanks for the update, and we'll look forward to checking back in and continue to watch your treasure hunting activities.
Absolutely, Rob. We'll be back anytime there's news.